Ex-FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried will get to spend Christmas with his family after a federal judge approved a historic $250 million bond at his first U.S. court appearance. Following arguments by federal prosecutors and Bankman-Fried's defense counsel, the disgraced crypto mogul was told by a judge that he would be allowed to await trial at his parents' house in Palo Alto, California. Nicholas Roos, a New York-based prosecutor, told U.S. Magistrate Judge Gabriel Gorenstein that the government was proposing a bail package that included a $250 million bond, home detention, and location monitoring. Roos described it as the highest ever pretrial bond and that the bond would be secured by the Palo property. Bankman-Fried will not be able to spend more than $1,000 except on defense-related costs, nor start other businesses without court approval. He will also have to surrender his passport. Bankman-Fried's defense counsel said he agreed with these conditions. The Securities and Exchange Commission appears to be compiling legal ammunition to take on the beating heart of the global crypto economy, centralized crypto exchanges. And the agency's unfolding case against FTX reveals arguments that could further that strategy. In addition to revealing that Ellison and Wang flipped on Bankman-Fried and are now fully cooperating with federal authorities, the complaint delved that the SEC, in its pursuit of securities fraud charges pertaining to FTX's sale of its native token FTT, appears to be escalating its assault on crypto assets as a whole. If the SEC can get courts to agree that crypto tokens like FTT are securities regardless of how they are offered, the agency would be able to go after more than just the projects that create those tokens. The SEC could target any intermediary that sells those tokens in any context. In such a scenario, major crypto exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance would be exposed to immense legal liability and either permitted to participate in crypto-wary registered exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange or shut down. FTX sought a U.S. bankruptcy court's help amid a battle over ownership of about $450 million worth of stock in Robinhood markets, according to a filing Thursday. At issue are about 56 million shares of the brokerage owned by Emergent Fidelity Technologies Limited, a corporate entity organized in Antigua and Barbuda and 90% controlled by former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, according to the filing. Three parties, the filing says, have tried to get control of those shares: BlockFi, Jonathan Ben Shimon, and FTX Creditor, appointed as a receiver in Antigua and granted permission to sell the shares under supervision of a court there and Bankman-Fried himself. FTX's bankruptcy estate told ED&F Man Capital Markets, the brokerage where the shares are parked, to freeze the stock around the time the Chapter 11 case began on November 11. FTX has determined that Emergent only nominally owes the shares and that they truly belong to FTX. The judge overseeing the bankruptcy case should force the shares to remain frozen while FTX tries to figure out how to repay all its creditors, FTX argued in the filing. We will update you about the following news in the upcoming segment. FTX creditors hire law firm Hastings as representation. California regulator orders halt to MyConstant crypto lending services. British Columbia suspends new connections for Bitcoin miners. Stay tuned for more updates.